We now have our first sharply partisan director of national intelligence. Republican Congressman John Ratcliffe was confirmed by the Senate today on a party line vote of 49 to 44, the first time the director of national intelligence was not approved unanimously or with an overwhelming bipartisan vote. The position of Director of National Intelligence was created after 9/11 in a reorganization of the intelligence community, and the director has always attracted bipartisan support. Here is Senator Kamala Harris at John Ratcliffe's confirmation hearing.
Do you believe that President Trump has accurately conveyed the severity of the threat of COVID-19 to the American people?
Are you saying presently?
We are in the midst of the pandemic presently, correct?
Right. So repeat the question, because I guess I'm misunderstanding. I'm sorry.
Has he accurately conveyed the severity of COVID-19 to the American people?
I believe so.
You do.
Senator Harris, it didn't sound like such a difficult question. It didn't sound like a question that needed to be repeated and clarified, but there we are.
Indeed. Lawrence, I strongly believe that he was appointed, he was nominated, and sadly ultimately confirmed because not of his qualifications or his experience or any dedication he has served to the work of national security, but because he has proved himself a dedicated soldier for Donald Trump's political agenda. And, you know, when we are in the midst of a global pandemic, which has presented a national crisis for America, when we know that the intelligence community attempted to brief the president on these issues, but we know he has apparently very short attention span. When we know that we are still in the midst of all of the concerns that we should have about our standing in the world in terms of our national security, threats against the homeland, hotspots around the world, we need a director of national intelligence who will speak truth, even if it will be difficult for the president to hear, and certainly even if it will be difficult for that DNI to speak the truth. And I don't have any confidence in Mr. Ratcliffe's ability to do that. And so that puts a lot of us in a position of great concern because, after all, at least for now, Donald Trump is still the commander-in-chief and has to make and is appointed with making decisions that relate to our national security. But if we don't have people speaking truth to him or being more preoccupied with his political fortunes rather than national security, we're all at risk.